Welcome back, everybody. It's Monday, April 30th. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the channel as always. My loyal subscribers, thank you guys very much. Those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are lurking, please consider subscribing to the channel if you like what you see in here. I'm going to go ahead and use this opportunity to make this video to just go ahead and decompress everything that we've learned so far about the big announced news from the Sprint and T-Mobile merger. Currently, the big question is, will regulators approve this massive combiner? Got to do a little bit of history, though. So back in 2011, the FCC denied an AT&T and T-Mobile merger. Obviously, it failed. It never happened. The FCC at the time didn't feel like it was in the best interest of American public to have a combiner, where you bring, a merger of two companies together and reduce a four, company carrier situation down to three. So we also saw in 2014, same administration, the Obama era, we also saw another failed merger, in this one between Sprint and T-Mobile. Now we actually have an approved deal scenario where it could possibly happen. There's less skepticism now and more possibility, I feel. We've got a new administration. The Trump administration is very, very different than the Obama administration, that's for sure. They're definitely corporation friendly. And there's some new regulators in place, in the FCC, as well as in the DOJ, Department of Justice. So currently the climate right now, I'm sensing, is T-Mobile and Sprint feel very strongly that they're going to receive a more sympathetic outcome from these regulators. Obviously, the FCC chairman, Ajit Pai, he seems very open to the idea. I guess they've had conversations and preliminary talks about the possibilities. So going into the review process, things seem pretty positive. In terms of what this means for the consumer, we'll start addressing some of the questions that a lot of people have had inside the comment section. In terms of the pros, number one, you're definitely going to see improved coverage if you're a T-Mobile customer or a Sprint customer. So it's going to go both ways. Your service is going to improve, no doubt. So all the way around, you're definitely going to see that. The second thing is fifth-generation networks are going to become accelerated. They're going to be able to be deployed at a much larger scale, and they're going to be more complete and thorough, especially early on. A third component I see as a pro is there could be a possible initial price war between Verizon, AT&T, and the Sprint T-Mobile merger. Now that's purely speculation. There's no guarantee of that happening, but it definitely is possible. The fourth thing is it obviously closes the consumer gap. So there's been a huge gap. This would give T-Mobile Sprint merger, a very, very close second to AT&T, Verizon still being in first place in terms of like how many customers they have. The fifth thing is this is probably going to help rural America very much. I think actually it's going to be a focus in this, and I'll definitely bring that up later. Now, in terms of the consumer cons, you're probably going to, especially in the long run, you're going to definitely see higher prices eventually. If not immediately, eventually. The CapEx, the expenditure, is going to increase tremendously. You're going to see an exponential amount of money being spent to develop the new networks. You've got to merge the two networks, make them compatible. There's going to be a lot of money being spent up front. So that kind of debunks the thought that there's going to be a price war initially. So if you believe in the price war, then you probably don't believe that the CapEx is going to go up, or they contradict each other. I just don't see it how, both could occur. It's definitely going to be one way or the other. They're not going to be able to bite the bullet and take on all those millions and not get anything back. And of course, the big one, the second issue, less competition, especially in the long run. So I believe, in other countries where they only have like 2 or 3 carriers, they've got their customers, by the guts. They just charge whatever they want. They do whatever they want. There's nothing to really keep them in check. Now, let's shift over to what T-Mobile's got going on in terms of their position. Now, their claim is that this merger is going to create jobs. They're going to be building new stores. They're going to concentrate on rural America, provide more coverage, build more stores in those areas. They're basically saying it's going to be good for America. Now, this is basically a Trump slogan. So it's quite possible this, definitely is intriguing to him. And I think what T-Mobile actually is going to be riding as their take-home point, their take-home message to the FCC, the DOJ, and especially the Trump administration, they're going to beat this into their heads. They're going to say China is winning the 5G race. This merger closes that gap. This is going to be a savior to us catching up and closing that gap. And of course, the rural American issues there with their coverage. So I think they're going to really drive that point home, and that's going to be kind of their ace in the hole, kind of tapping into what the administration is really trying to focus on. Now, remember, it was just several weeks ago they were talking about government centralization of 5G networks. So that definitely kind of, has something to do with that there. Now, in terms of T-Mobile's plan moving forward, they're definitely going to have keep sites, which are basically Sprint towers and microcells that they want to continue to run as they are. They're also going to decommission some of the towers and some of the sites that they don't necessarily need and probably allocate them somewhere else or do something else with those sites. In terms of phone compatibility, another question consumers have had, T-Mobile estimates that 20 million of Sprint customers are running compatible hardware. Now, Sprint has over 50 million customers, so that, as a percentage, that's about 40%. So that means 60% would have to change, smartphones or other devices. In terms of consumer transitioning, Sprint customers will probably officially transition within a few years. So they would no longer be, like a grandfathered Sprint customer. They would actually be an actual, T-Mobile customer. In terms of Sprint's CDMA component to their network, that's probably going to be aggressively refarmed to voice over LTE. Everything is over LTE for now in terms of T-Mobile. They're not going to want to change any of that or keep CDMA. So they're going to want to refarm that for that purpose. In terms of the uncarrier, that's going to remain. John Leisure, it's going to be their uncarrier market branding. It's going to be their strategy, loud, boisterous, trash talking, no taxes, no fees, the T-Mobile Tuesdays, all that stuff is going to remain the same. That's not going anywhere. Now, in terms of the actual branding of the company, looks like it is going to stay T-Mobile. We'll put that in air quotes there. The title could change. That's purely speculation. We simply do not know. But apparently it will be, a T-Mobile theme. May see a refresh, may see a reboot, but it's still going to be T-Mobile. And in terms of the customer service moving forward, the T-Mobile model is going to remain the same. They're going to try to be more responsive. They're going to try to be more consumer-centric, more flexible. Everything that the other carriers apparently are not, according to T-Mobile. So now in terms of time frame, the timeline's kind of tough to call. The T-Mobile Sprint merger, may have to give up a few concessions to make this deal happen. It could be that they might lose some spectrum. They may have some debt penalties. They may have some fees. Who knows what it could be. But, we're looking at a deal, if it's going to be processed within the next year, like July of 2019. So that's going to be this regulatory process, this review process. So the full transition of the, customers being transitioned from Sprint to T-Mobile, the networks being transitioned and merged together, full compatibility, that could take 3 to 4 years. So a lot of experts are saying, 2020s when this is really going to be something substantial as a transition. So, that's what I have for you guys for now. That's all the information I could find. I really dug around. I did the best I could. Those are all the answers I have for you. If anybody has anything that they want to add in the comment section below, if you want to throw out some other questions, some other things, the prepaid side, how that's going to kind of be affected. If you want to speculate, whatever you guys want to do, have at it in the comment section below. I enjoy it very much. The interaction is great. So thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This is Steve from T-Mobile Tech, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.